Really? Really? Is that where we at right now, Joe Budden? You hitting my phone up talking about Joe? I'm thinking like, oh, we gonna get into some good stuff. But y'all want to talk about Joe Budden. I'm like, okay. It's y'all time. Y'all want to hear about old Joe. So, let's get into it. Let's talk about Joe Budden and Sin Santana, right? I don't know why you guys are so fixated on who I'm dating and what's going on with me. I'm just a nobody. I'm just Joe Budden. You know what? I think it's time I leave love and hip hop. I mean, the story of me and Sin is over. So when they call me to record, I decline. I mean, what's there to talk about? It's over. So I don't see what's the reason for me to return. I'm not mesmerized here. So that's where we are, people. You guys want to hear about Joe Budden and all these Joe moves. And Carcino was telling you all these things was happening behind the scenes, but Carcino's the one that don't know anything. Nobody in the industry knows you saw Carcino, but you always end up right. How the hell does that happen? How does it happen? I gotta pat myself on the back for telling y'all about this crap. How many years I've been telling y'all about Joe? Somebody said I built my whole career off Joe. They always find one guy and say I built my career. If it wasn't for Joe Budden, if it wasn't for LeBron, if it wasn't for Meek Mill, you know, they find a guy and they stick with him and they're responsible for for my success. When you can just clearly go to the top videos and see which ones I got the most views for. Now, let's get into it. Joe Budden has been manipulating you guys for years. Okay? He was one of the first original guys on the internet. We give him that. We give Joe that platform. But Joe leaving love and hip hop, he don't need it. One, he's probably going to want more money to do it. Because Joe is actually getting more money doing other things. And they're actually working on something else right now. That I'm not going to say nothing right now. I'll wait. But they're working on something with another person. And they're trying to basically negotiate and leverage a deal. So while that's going on, what does he need Love and Hip Hop for? He didn't even need that show anymore. His coming back is because they cut a check and said, we're bringing back all these people for season 10. We want to bring all these people back. So we want to bring back Joe and Sin. So they'll have to up the ante. This all could be a negotiation ploy to say, why would I come back and record? And, you know, there's nothing else for me. Now they got to, if they say we're going to give you a bigger bag, Joe, be right there in that chair recording. Which I ain't mad at them for that. But he's manipulated you guys. He's whatever he's telling you against. You think Joe's like against the system, against all this stuff, and you like, yeah, Joe be riding. He do, man. I'm riding with Joe. Cause see, Joe be against. No, Joe is the system. He's a part of it. Joe's a celebrity. He's with Diddy. He's in suits. He's throwing pool parties. He's dressing in suits when it's supposed to be. Joe is part of the industry. Joe's interviews people. Joe's buddy with all these guys, even though he claims that he's not. He's a loner. He stays away from all this. Joe be out there. You just don't see it a lot, but he's there. You know, he talks about all the fake stuff in the business and this is fake, that's in fake. But I'm like, dude, you're on a reality show. Love and Hip Hop. You've been on reality boot camp, rehab shows, relationship rehab. You have been in reality television for probably over 10 years. So I'm not mad at how you make your bag. People think I'm mad at Joe. I'm not. I'm just saying he's a hypocrite. He will sit there and criticize everybody else for the things that he do himself, or he's a part of. I'm like, you are part of the group that you're talking about. You're a Kardashian. You're Joe Kardashian. You over here basically doing the same things as Kanye West. You ain't started a church yet, but you're basically him. You're on this reality show. So you're part of that. That fakeness, that same hypocrisy. Why? For the bag. So there is no state of the culture. Now, that's supposed to be you as a moderator, moderating a show where people talk about subjects and topics that supposedly matter to us. And some of the topics are good, but you have too many people speaking. And you got rid of the wrong person. That one female that was on that show, Scotty Brown, she was bat-it crazy, but that worked for the show. That worked. She has a lot to learn about actual life, and yes, she is naive at times, but she worked for the show. She was easy on the eyes, plus she was bat-it crazy. You need that. The show needs identity. It needs characters that it can identify with. Everybody who watched the show, the man was like, she's just a man hater. I can't stand that Scotty Brown. She's getting on my nerve, but people knew who she was. They were listening to the show. I should be a producer. I should be a producer because I can deal with the headaches real quick. Give a damn about them headaches. Care about them numbers. Give me the numbers, I can deal with the headaches. So now, because Joe Budden isn't talking about all the crazy stuff, oh, Joe done fell off. Podcast is dead. See, that's the word now that's going around because now they feel like, oh, they got the bag. Joe got too much on his plate. Joe's doing too many things. He don't care about the podcast no more. I hear the talk. I hear the talk. But it's wrong. The show actually got a lot better. See, you guys just like the rants. You like when Joe rants. Because that's what the young people pay attention to. Oh, Joe going in on this. Oh, Joe finna go in on that. But when they're actually bringing up really good points and really good topics, you guys go, it just goes over your head. You can't process it because you're focused on the drama. Sometimes there's some real information being distributed in the podcast and they're talking about it. So you guys should listen and pay attention a lot more. They were actually giving you some great shows. On the podcast. So, do I care about Joe Budden leaving the podcast? No. Do I care about Joe Budden doing anything right now? No. Was I aware of it? Yes. Did I care? No. Joe has other things lined up that he's about to do. So that's that. Hopefully I answered your question. I'm going to go ahead to eating these chips and watching Lock and Key. Hit play on Lock and Key.
Come. We brought backup too.
Scott told us he needed help.
Hey.
Yeah, the FOMO was real.
Whoa! They done got her involved. The thick chick.
Wow, Eden, I did not expect this.
I didn't expect
Mom's
it
been a
either.
little bit generous after my brush with death. Plus, I don't know who this bitch is, but I'm not about to let some rando demons run through my town.
That's right, babe. Let's get it.
You would have called